We're back for games against Doncaster in the third round of the Carabao Cup. Then in with Wimbledon in the league, who are another one of the teams that came up with us. And I'm sure you're delighted to know that I've managed to win a league game without you being present. So it's all good news. Welcome back, episode 13 of our wonderful Cadbury Heroes. We are currently in 13th position, so we've managed to kind of get the ball rolling in the league a bit. And as you can see, here's our little win. I'll show you a bit more in depth in a second, but before we get into it, as normal, if you could like or subscribe, all of that goodness, flick the bell and everything, I will be greatly appreciative of it. Since you were last with me, which was the Cheltenham game at the amazingly named Johnny Rock Stadium, we played Lincoln and we scraped a 0-0. Pretty bleak game from what I remember. We were all over him. We just didn't get the ball in the net. Wasn't ideal. And then we've just played Exeter and we beat them 4-0. McGregor getting on the score sheet very early. Key getting a penalty shortly after that. Durkin making it 3-0 within 14 minutes. And then one of their players scored a really bizarre own goal. I say he scored it. He wasn't really aware of it. So I'm going to have to show you just because it's hilarious. And then, we're getting points left, right and centre. So we put the corner in. He nods it back. And then someone smashes it against the back of his head. I thought that was hilarious when I saw it. Let me just scoot this back 10 seconds and then we can watch it again. I put it in slow motion as well. And I fear that might be flashing all the way through. So Durkin pops across in. He jumps for the header, misses it, and then Gray smashes it against the back of his head. Unfortunate for them. Hilarious for me. The league's looking as follows. We've played 8, won 3, drew 2, lost 3. So pretty even form across. Toby Stevenson is topping the charts for bookings, which we don't want to be top of. Season preview wise, we are still favourites for relegation, more so than Accrington, Oxford and Wimbledon. So I don't know, we've got a test against Wimbledon. They're the strongest of the teams that came up with us, so we'll be able to see what we can do in that game. Surprisingly, we don't have anyone in the Dream 11. Our 11 is Grashik, Drysdale, Pruti. Pretty familiar. I am starting to play Pruti a little bit more, and Grashik as well, actually, so hopefully the game's going to recognise that he's going to become a number 1. Due to the fantastic way I've built this team, we're playing one of our centre-backs at centre-mid. So we're going with Grashik in goal, Watkins, Taylor, Pruti, El Morsi, Clark and Kamara outside of Key and Drysdale, and we have John supporting McGregor up top. We're shuffling up towards half-time in the game now. It is League 2 Doncaster we're playing against, but it is a team that we've never played actually because they only just came down from League 1, so this is our first kind of encounter. It's not looking like a thrilling game. It's nearly half time already. I don't know what to do. We've got a highlight. Kilner to Fraser to Boyd Muntz. Why do I think he used to play for Blues? I think he did. Nwabuaze, Clifton, Boyd Muntz, Fraser. I'm not liking that we can't get the ball off them. Benares, O'Neill. My only hesitation, should we say, because they're a team that have just came down, he's absolutely mugged the goalie off there. Because they're a team that have just came down, while they're in a weaker division than us, they're probably a stronger team, especially with how we line up against the rest of our division. But we're not gonna let that stand between us. We're gonna break the team from this. Centre backs are asleep. Considering we've got 3 on the pitch, all of them asleep, and they've managed to nick the league just before half time. As you can see, we've had the better of the whole of the game, whereas they've kind of just got into it in the last 15 minutes of that first half. But they also put the ball in our net, and that's kind of the most important thing. We'll thrash arms. I'll tell them I'm far from pleased. We'll send them back out, hopefully. Change the tide in the second half. We're almost at the hour mark, and I feel that this second half is going to go very similar to the first one, in the fact that we're not going to have a highlight. I'm taking McGregor out for Sol. I'm taking Drysdale back for Taylor and bringing Kamara in, shuffling Key around, and then put in Durkin out on the left side. And I'm going to leave that third substitution. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to leave Taylor in actually. So we'll leave that third substitution. So we'll take Drysdale out instead of Taylor there. We've got a throw in straight away. However, I think it might be a, a highlight from the back of the transfers. It's not the word. Substitutions, but we'll find out. It's not. I trusted in Harry Taylor, and he's gone and scored for us. What a champ. There's an hour on the board, and it's 1-1. I was starting to think it was going to be a bit of a dead highlight here. But he came to Kamara. He's got a guy just inside, but he says, no, don't want that. Get it to Harry Taylor, because our centre-back's on the wing. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? Brilliant touch from him, and he finds the bottom corner. Is he offside? Oh, no, the other guys are keeping him miles on. Beautiful. Just going into the last 15. Esposito is playing for Bournemouth. I've just looked into it. They're newly promoted to the Premier League and just spent 33 million on him. Horrendous amounts of money. Clark's taken the corner for us. Pruti's header was just over. Just ticking down towards 90 minutes. What I'm going to do, I've got one substitution left. I'm pretty sure it goes straight into penalties here. So I'll just have a look if there's anyone on the bench who's a good penalty taker. It doesn't appear that there is. Drysdale's probably the best one, but I'm pretty sure I've just taken him off. So I maybe could bring on Vachon Neufville. Who's our left back? Morsey, he's good. Do you know what? I'm definitely going to regret doing so. But we'll take Pruti off for Neufville. For Brady. Oh, right there. We'll take Stevenson off for him. There we go. So we're still keeping the centre-back on. And actually, to be fair, he's only one worse on the penalty taking than him. I think that could be a better idea. It saves weakening the team too much. But it's just going through to injury time. We'll encourage him just to get a little bit more of a boost just before. We'll ask Reynolds to take the penalties. Don't want him to take them. Sort out the takers, should I say. So, it's put Stevenson 7th. It's got a Godfrey John above him. Not sure why, to be quite honest. But we've gone with Sol, Key, El Morsi. It's down to 5th. Durkin, and then Bailey Watkin-Jones. So I'll swap these two around. Yeah, we'll go with that. But we've got Stevenson there, just in case we need him to be. We will tell them all that they're fantastic. Relax, pick your spot. Tell them all that we've got the faith in them. Hopefully all our takers will be happy. So Sol is getting a little bit of gamesmanship from the goalie here. It's making him watch him go in. It's not phased him. Popped it in the net. Well done, lad. Bishop. Oh, I've just realised. I've just remembered. I've managed to block it out of my memory that we'd lost on penalties. But it's just brought it all flooding back and now I'm upset again. However, Cadbury are winning 1-0. So it's all good. Key, top right. Calling this. Harry Maguire-esque. Nah, bottom left. The exact opposite penalty. His was hard, right in the top right. And our players was very low in the low left-hand corner. Garrison, goalie's got this. Oh, unlucky Grashik. Went the right way, he knew where he was going. Durkin now. So, where's Durkin putting this? Straight down the middle. Ooh, it's fortunate the goalkeeper's a bit of a sponge there. Madeline, don't do it. Don't make the joke. Don't. He's found the bottom left-hand corner. Shocking. El Morsi? Where you going, lad? Whoop. Straight down the middle. Their goalie. He's not being fantastic. He's going to pull out a wonder save on this last one now, isn't he? I can feel it. Right, Grashik, I'm going to highlight you here, lad, because you're going to do a madness on this penalty. I can tell it. I can tell. This liner's a bit shifty again. He always is. Right, Clifton. You haven't got a chance. You got Hubert Grashik in front of you, lad. He's saving it. All day. All day. Of course he is. Sold him. Grashik. What a guy. We needed a Polish goalkeeper. That's all we needed. It's arguably not deserved if we're looking at the stats. But who cares about stats when they don't favour the point I'm trying to make? Look at this. Treats left, right and centre. We've got the round 4 draw now. It's not quite the FA Cup, but it could be an opportunity to play one of the big teams. So I'll put it on auto draw. Obviously, you've got the big teams still in it, but there's quite a few little ones. So I'm not really fussed either way who we pick up. I don't think Villa are still in it anymore. So I'm just kind of gonna let it all run through and find out that we're playing Wolves. The Molineux as well. The Molineux. It's just Molineux. It's not the Molineux. It's never been called that. So, a few tasty ties. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man U, Everton. I mean, Stevenage would have been a nice one to pick up. Or Sheffield Wednesday, our fellow Ligue 1. Ligue 1? It's not called that. I'm not French. This isn't France. Ligue 1. Our fellow Ligue 1 team. Other than that, there's only one championship team left in Watford. So, odds are we were going to pick up a Premier League team. And I think we've avoided, to be honest, the trickiest ones, being Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man U. We have now AFC Wimbledon. We're away at the Plough Lane. They're currently in 18th. We're in 13th. And the other two promoted sides were Accrington, who are currently in 6th, and Oxford in 2nd. I did notice as well, it's kind of a reversal of where we finished in the league. So Accrington were the 3rd place team. Didn't mean to go to them first. Wimbledon won the league. We were 2nd. And then Oxford, who are currently 2nd in the league itself, they're the team that came up through the playoffs. I think they finished like 6th or 7th. They didn't even finish 4th. But no, I mean, we're only 8 games in, but all the promoted teams are doing pretty well. So maybe we'll take another stock of them at the end of the January transfer window. We'll see where we are then, see who's where. You've probably noticed it says match. I've already done all this once, but I forgot to unpause the recording because I'm a dope. What we're going for, team-wise, is Grashik in goal, Watkin-Jones, Taylor, Stevenson, El Morsi across the back four, Poole and Durkin outside of Kamara and Drysdale, and then we have John supporting McGregor as the strikers. We've got our first highlight, and it's a throw-in for our right-back. He tries to get it through to the striker, but it gets cleared. Poole puts it through to McGregor. Oh, an unfortunate deflection from their defender. Sends it all the way across goal to Durkin, who pops it in the bottom corner. A little bit of a FIFA goal. That's what I call them. A little bit scummy. A little bit, you'll look at it and be like, that clearly wouldn't happen in real life. Because FIFA doesn't like you scoring good goals. It likes you scoring goals exactly like that. Hence why I stopped playing it. I need to stop whispering. Hence why I stopped playing it. I've just re-emphasised the point that you've already heard. Their goalie's got a goal kick. He's boshed it forward. Duffy nods it over to his winger. Our left back's asleep. And unfortunately for them, not me, they've missed the open goal from the good save from our goalie. They're thick and fast for these highlights now. Emmanuel's got the ball on the right for them. John's made a good tackle, smashed it out. He's our forward. He's making tackles like that. What a guy. Benjamin smashes it up. Their striker, as I say, had to be offside. That he didn't even attempt to go for it. Grashik bashes it forward. Straight down the middle. Neither of the strikers went for it. Okoli's got it on the left wing. He's made easy work of our right back. And goalie's made easy work of his shot. Another goal kick for them this time. Evans puts it towards their right hand side. El Morsi's going to pick that up. He's fed it straight up to McGregor. 1 touch, 2 touch. The ball's in their net. It's 2-0. And now I'm not complaining about all these quick highlights because it's resulted in us having a goal. Why are there so many stadiums in this game that just have a bit chopped out here? They just wouldn't, surely. Like, what? Just why? Why would you do this? Things I am happy about is the way that El Morsi actually brought this down rather than clearing it. Takes the touch. Fantastic ball all the way forward. Catches their defence on his heels. And McGregor does what McGregor does and pop the ball in the net for us. It's almost half time. It's 5 minutes left of allocated time. El Morsi and Stevenson are working the ball between them. It's going down our left side now. And they've dispossessed Durkin. So Duffy's got it for them. Puts it into Gotts. And Drysdale's taken the ball back. McGregor's got John in front of him. Didn't fancy using him, but we've still got possession. They've got all their men back in the box. Is that going to matter? Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be a penalty. It wasn't. Taylor to Watkin-Jones. Look at Willie over here. Look at him. Stood there in his suit, looking all dapper. John smashes it out to Morris. El Morsi. Back from Poole to Drysdale. Oh, what a finish. It's 3. 3. Not this way, because you can't see that. 3, 3. Take your pick. However you want to put your fingers up. You could even do... No, don't do that. I mean, it's just a bit good. El Morsi puts a good ball in. The right winger sees that he's not going to score, nods it back to Drysdale. He takes the touch and just rockets it into the top right-hand corner. Too much space from him. No awareness from their defenders to pick him up on the edge of the box. It is now half-time. We're doing really well. We've just completely outplayed them. They're away from home. And, I keep forgetting, they're the team that came up with us. Ain't interested in it? Get out of here. You may be sponsored by Football Manager, but I am the Football Manager. I know how to do a formation. I know how to do this one formation. Never worked like this before. But don't worry about it. It's half-time. We'll tell the guys how amazing I am, and we'll send them back out there for second half. We're almost up to the hour mark now. Oxford are currently 5-0 up against Plymouth, which is just obscene. And I'm pretty sure Accrington were winning as well, if I saw that earlier. It's all going pretty well for the promoted teams, discounting Wimbledon, obviously, because they're getting slapped. We'll take John off, put Beereth on, and we'll bring in... Ooh, we'll take out Paul, and we'll take out Kamara as well, because he's looking a bit tired. We'll bring Pruti in. Many substitutions. All 3 of them. What's the worst that could happen? Roughly 5 minutes of the game left. I did drop it down to balanced, and it appears to have just killed the game, to be fair, but that's fine for me. I don't think we've had a highlight at all this second half. We'll go to the dressing room, tell them we're very pleased. I am going to hop back, because we didn't see the stats then on that last screen. It's quite good. They've got another one of those cutouts here as well. What is the point in this stand? Useless. But look at that. All over him. They only had 3 shots on target. We had that many goals. Don't need them. They're narrow and compact. Just push back. Too easy. I know I said earlier that we were only 8 games in at that point, but with a 9th played and that win just on the board, it does take us within sniffing distance of the promotion zone, like playoffs. That's what they're called. I've forgot what they were called. Never had to use them before because we're that good. If we can get out of League One, get up to the Championship, spend a few years there, that's fine. If we spend another year here, that's fine. If we get relegated, that's not so fine. But by the looks of it, what we're expected and where the board are, every time, we're probably not even going to get fired if we do get relegated. I know they've required that I avoid relegation, but realistically, we're the worst team in the league. I'm sure they won't just bin me off, but we'll find out. Do you know what? We won't find out because I'm not getting relegated. I'm not even going to be down there. We'll be back for Bradford into Wolves, I think. We'll have them in the League One and then the Carabao Cup against Wolves. I'm considering Wolves into Coventry. I'm not sure. Depends where I get to. Obviously, I'll update you on all these and I'll update you on the Papa Johns. We've played 1 game against West Ham's under-23s and lost, as I mentioned previously. But no, we're alright. We're in a good position. But if you have enjoyed that, give me a like, subscribe, flick the bell, and thank you very much for your time.